You won't believe how dangerous some electric companies are. We rely on them for something as basic as keeping the lights on, right? You'd think they'd be held to some pretty high standards. Today, we're diving into the sizzling underbelly of the Texas energy sector and counting down the top 5 worst electric companies in the Lone Star State. This isn't just about flickering lights or a slightly high energy bill. We're talking about negligence, environmental damage, and even putting people's lives at risk, so buckle up, Texas residents, because things are about to get electrifyingly awkward. First up on our hit parade of shockingly bad electric companies is Luminant. They're one of the largest power generators in Texas, providing electricity to millions. Sounds important, right? You'd think they'd be good at it. You'd be wrong. Luminant has a safety record that reads like a Michael Bay film script, except with more actual danger. We're talking multiple high-profile incidents, fines for safety violations, you name it. Take, for instance, the time their Big Brown power plant was slapped with a hefty fine for exceeding air pollution limits. Or how about the time their Martin Lake plant, the largest coal-fired plant in Texas, was found to be dumping toxic waste into nearby lakes. Luminant has a pattern of cutting corners, ignoring regulations and putting profits before people. Coming in at number 2, we have Entergy, a company whose name I can only assume stands for Not Really Responsible Guys. Entergy likes to talk a big game about sustainability and clean energy. They've got wind farms, solar projects, the whole shebang. But behind those stock photos and carefully crafted press releases lies a company with a history of environmental violations that would make even the Lorax reach for a gas mask. We're talking air pollution, water contamination, you name it, they've probably done it. For example, their limestone generating station was found guilty of violating the Clean Air Act multiple times. And let's not forget their impressive track record of workplace accidents. So, the next time you see a commercial with Entergy talking about their commitment to a greener future, just remember, they might be talking about all the green they're saving by cutting corners on safety and environmental regulations. Number 3 on our list of electric companies that are really testing the limits of the phrase necessary evil is Entergy Texas. Entergy's specialty is providing truly abysmal customer service. Think Comcast on a bad day, but with the added bonus that you can't just switch providers because, electricity. We're talking billing errors galore, unexplained outages, and customer service representatives who seem to have been trained by a sentient dial tone. Seriously, trying to get a straight answer out of Entergy customer service is like trying to teach a goldfish to play the tuba. And the worst part, they know they have you over a barrel. It's a monopoly. But instead of a cool top hat and monocle, they just have a history of consumer complaints longer than a CVS receipt. So, if you live in Texas and you haven't experienced the joy of an unexplained power surge or a bill that's higher than your mortgage payment, congratulations. For the rest of us, well, at least we have each other. Coming in at number 4, we have CenterPoint Energy, a company whose name sounds suspiciously like Centerpoint of your frustration. CenterPoint is responsible for delivering electricity to millions of homes and businesses in the Houston area, and they're really good at making sure that electricity never actually reaches its destination. We're talking about a company that's become synonymous with power outages, a company whose infrastructure is about as reliable as a screen door on a submarine. Remember that time a squirrel caused a massive blackout in Houston? Yeah, that was CenterPoint. Or how about the time a rogue balloon shut down power for thousands? CenterPoint again. You'd think a company responsible for delivering something as essential as electricity would invest in making sure their system could withstand the occasional gust of wind or a rogue balloon, but apparently, that's asking too much. It's almost impressive, really, the sheer number of ways CenterPoint has managed to plunge Houston into darkness. And finally, rounding out our list of Texas electric companies that are giving the industry a bad name, we have AEP Texas. AEP stands for American Electric Power, which is a pretty bold claim for a company that seems to struggle with the whole keeping the lights on thing. But don't let that fool you, because AEP Texas is nothing if not consistent. Consistently bad, that is. We're talking about a company that's racked up a truly impressive collection of regulatory fines, violations, and safety concerns. From inadequate safety measures at their power plants to failing to properly maintain their equipment, AEP Texas seems determined to prove that when it comes to electric companies, you really do get what you pay for. And in this case, what you pay for is the privilege of living with the constant fear that your next power bill might come with a side of electrocution. So, there you have it, the top 5 worst electric companies in Texas. Well, there you have it. The shocking truth about some of Texas's biggest electric companies. These companies provide an essential service and frankly, they need to be held accountable for their actions. So, what can you do? Stay informed, don't just blindly trust the companies that provide your electricity, do your research, ask questions, and if you see something, say something. And most importantly, if you found this video eye-opening, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Because the only thing more shocking than the behavior of these electric companies is how long they've been getting away with it.